celebrate in the Archdiocese of Goa Day of Mass Media Apostolate or Diocesan Communications Day on October 10th this year. Stay with us is the pastoral theme for this year. Let us make known Jesus through the media of communications. Let us ask Jesus to stay with us in all our life situations. Let us be His hands and feet in our society, wherever we live. The theme given to us by Pope Francis for World Communications Day this year is Come and See, communicating with the people where and as they are. We shall reflect on the various aspects of this theme during this week based on the message of Pope Francis. The attitude of moving beyond, hitting the streets, responsible communicators, the need for a true encounter, being a voice to the voiceless, St. Paul's way of witnessing and communicating Christ, the creative way of communicating and encountering people online.
Every year we celebrate in our Archdiocese the Communications Day. We observe this day to remind ourselves or to make ourselves aware of the unbridled influence of the social media on us, young or old. We hear of the breakups, suicide cases, love affairs leading to broken relationships between teenagers and youth. All these incidents arise from the long and careless use of social media. The World Communications Day was designated by Pope Paul VI in 1967. It is celebrated all over the world on Ascension Sunday every year. We are in the 55th year of this celebration. The theme given by Pope Francis for the celebration this year was Come and See, communicating with people where and as they are. This annual celebration invites us to reflect deeply on the opportunities and challenges that the modern means of social communication provide the Church to communicate effectively and rapidly the gospel message. In his message for the 55th World Communications Day 2021, Pope Francis gives us directives to use the media to assist people, to build up relationships and society, to establish true friendship, to be a witness of God's message. Each of us know the length of time we spend on media, sometimes neglecting our family relationships. Sometimes media prevents us from spending quality time with our dear ones. During these days, we shall reflect on the message of Pope Francis. Come and see, communicating with people where and as they are. Reflecting on his message, we shall see how we can use the media constructively to build up our families, community, and society.
On this first day of our reflection, let us dwell on the topic, the attitude of moving beyond. Pope Francis highlighted the advice of Blessed Manuel Lozano Garrido that he offered to his fellow journalists.
Open your eyes with wonder to what you see. Let your hands touch the freshness and vitality of things, so that when others read what you write, they too can touch firsthand the vibrant miracle of life.
Let us now listen to Father Feroz. Father Feroz Fernandez belongs to the congregation of Saint Francis Xavier, commonly known as Pilar Fathers. Recently, Father Fernandez has taken over as the chief content editor of the Radio Veritas Asia, the voice of Asian Christianity. Radio Veritas Asia is the pastoral initiative of the Federation of Asian Bishops' Conference.
When I entered the world of media way back in 2008, I began by changing the fundamentals. As a young editor of our oldest news weekly, Vaurudens East, I started to represent a journalism of inspiration, healing and hope. In the mainstream media, bad news is good news. As the classic saying goes, if a dog bites a man, it's not news. But if a man bites a dog, it's news. There are exceptions if a dog bites a public figure like a movie star. Our theme is attitude of moving beyond. That happens when you change the definition, which frees us from the trap of assumptions. Take for example, be perfect. The original meaning is to be passionate. Jesus was passionate in doing the will of his Father. Now every occasion like this, Diocesan Communication Day, is an opportunity to spread hope and to tell the whole world a better world is possible, to move beyond the existing pessimism towards cheerfulness in anticipation of something great is about to happen. Moving beyond is to nurture healthy relationship. It is an attitude of dialogue and reconciliation as the best option before conflict situation. And with the help of God, we can heal the division caused by misinformation. My understanding of journalism is based on evangelization. Evangelization is sharing the joy of meeting Christ. You find something interesting, something life-giving, you share it with your family and friends, and they can benefit from your discovery. That's your part in empowering people with the attitude of moving beyond the existing problems to a new heaven and a new earth.
Lord, teach us to move beyond ourselves and to set out in search of truth. Teach us to go out and see. Teach us to listen, not to entertain prejudices or draw hasty conclusions. Teach us to go where no one else will go, to take the time needed to understand, to pay attention to the essentials, not to be distracted by the superfluous, to distinguish deceptive appearance from the truth. Grant us the grace to recognize your dwelling places in our world and honesty needed to tell others what we have seen.